A tiny mistake in hiring can really cost companies big bucks. Today, we're going to look at some of the most expensive hiring mistakes from around the world and how they have played out in real life. We won't mention any specific company or individual names, but you might recognize some of the stories we'll hint at. Before we dive in, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It really helps us out. All right, let's get started. So, why are hiring mistakes so costly in the first place? It's not just about the salary you paid to the wrong person. Think about it. When a new hire doesn't work out, their performance drops, which can drag down the entire team's productivity. Conflicts might start to bubble up within the team, creating a toxic work environment. All the time and money spent on training that person, completely wasted. And if they leave early, you have to restart the entire hiring process from scratch, which means even more lost time and slower progress on important projects. Some studies show that the true cost of a bad hire can be several times the employee's annual salary. It's a massive drain on resources, morale, and momentum. It's a problem that can snowball, affecting everything from daily operations to long-term strategic goals. Now, let's count down the top 5 most expensive hiring mistakes ever made. Coming in at number 5 is the wrong leadership choice. It's a classic trap. A company sees a star performer who has been incredibly successful in another industry and thinks, let's bring them in to work their magic here. But what works in one field doesn't always translate to another. Imagine a manager who became famous in the tech world for creating an exceptional customer experience. A major retail chain, hoping to innovate, hires this person to lead their stores. But the radical changes they implement are completely out of touch with how the retail customers actually shop. The result, sales plummet. The marketing strategies that once worked are no longer effective, and eventually, the company has no choice but to make another leadership change. This is a perfect example of a tech industry leader failing to adapt to the very different world of retail. At number 4, we have ignoring cultural fit. You can hire the most skilled, most brilliant person in the world. But if they don't mesh with your company's culture, they are likely to fail, and they might take the team down with them. Think about a fast-growing transportation tech company during its aggressive global expansion. In the race to fill key positions, they completely overlooked whether the new hires aligned with their core values. This led to a series of internal crises, a surge in employee complaints, and significant damage to the brand's public image. It became a well-known story of a ride-hailing platform's internal culture crisis, all because they prioritized rapid growth over building a cohesive team. Our third most expensive mistake is rushed hiring. When there's an urgent need to fill a position, it's tempting to cut corners and make a quick decision. But hiring out of desperation almost always leads to regret. Consider the story of a major flexible office space company that was expanding at an incredible speed. To fill management roles quickly, the leaders started hiring from their personal network. Without proper vetting, this new, inexperienced team ended up making a series of disastrous financial mistakes. Investor confidence was shattered, and the company's valuation took a nosedive. It's a cautionary tale about the management issues that can arise in a booming office-sharing startup when growth outpaces a solid hiring strategy. The runner-up at number 2 is being swayed by a shiny past. Some candidates have resumes that are incredibly impressive, full of big names and past achievements. It's easy to get but past success isn't always a guarantee of future performance, especially in a different industry, a new business model, or with a completely different team dynamic. Take one of the former giants of the Internet. During a major restructuring, they tried to build a new leadership team that would appeal to the masses. However, the combination of rushed hiring and mismatched strategies meant the new team was ineffective. They launched projects that went nowhere and big initiatives that failed to deliver the expected results. It's a classic story of the mistakes made during a turnaround effort in an old Internet giant, where a glorious past didn't translate to a successful future. And now, the #1 most expensive hiring mistake: hiring the wrong technical leader or specialist. In today's world, technology is at the core of almost every business. Placing the wrong person in a critical tech leadership role can have catastrophic long-term consequences. There is a famous case of a long-standing hardware company that was trying to navigate a digital transformation. They appointed a new leader to guide them, but the technical decisions and investments this person made were fundamentally flawed. The company ended up losing a significant amount of its market value. And another rapid leadership change was needed to stop the bleeding. It's a stark reminder of a hardware giant's decline due to poor leadership choices at the most critical technical juncture. So, with all these horror stories, how can you prevent these expensive mistakes from happening in your own organization? It's actually more straightforward than you might think. First, define a clear job profile. Before you even start looking, you need to know exactly what you're looking for. The expectations for the role, the required skills, and the cultural fit must be clearly outlined. Second, competency-based interviews. Don't just ask about what a candidate knows. Ask them how they've handled specific situations in the past. This helps you evaluate their behavior and problem-solving approach, not just their knowledge. Third, don't skip reference checks. It might seem like a formality, but even a simple verification call can uncover red flags and prevent a major mistake down the line. Fourth, use trial periods. For high-impact positions, a 60 or 90-day evaluation period is invaluable. It gives both the company and the new hire a chance to see if it's a good fit before making a long-term commitment. Next, leverage data-driven hiring tools. Use skills tests, personality assessments, and analytics to add an objective layer to your decision-making. These tools can help strengthen the entire hiring process. And finally, prioritize cultural fit. Remember, long-term success isn't just about what an employee can do, it's about how they do it. A person who aligns with your team's values and way of working is far more likely to thrive and contribute positively in the long run. To wrap things up, the most expensive hiring mistakes often stem from wrong leadership choices, cultural mismatches, or rushed decisions under pressure. But, as we've seen, with a well-structured and thoughtful hiring process, most of these costly errors can be avoided. It's all about being deliberate, thorough, and focused on finding the right fit for the long term. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.